Hey everyone, it's me again. Yeah. So basically, after yesterday's, when I was talking about the shows that I used to watch from the Cinebees, well, let's just skip the bit from yesterday and let's just do a part two. To the bit where I'm up to. So yeah. So can I just get to the further point that I may also mention other things and not just Super Bees? So can I just get to the point? Okay. So thank you for watching, everyone, because you are the best. Because you inspire me so much, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, let's just say I like to improve my videos sometimes. Okay. And if those of you who hasn't seen my last night live video, that's totally fine. You can always watch it if you want to catch up. So yeah. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Super Bees. Okay. Okay, let's see. So here we are. Okay, so now you all know all the things that I already mentioned, like these things I mentioned like yesterday, but last night in my time zone. So yeah. Okay, so this is where I'm up to right now since yesterday. So this is the large family. Okay, let's move on. And there's Space Pirate. I remember the show. Yeah, although I'm not really much a fan of pirates that really much, if I have to be honest with you, but I still like it sometimes, depends. Because I remember oh, I forgot what they're called, but they're like, um, they easily remind me of the puppets. I mean, the Muppets, silly me. Well, you get what I mean. Okay. And is Get Squiggling. So some of you probably might able to remember that I did mention this yesterday, um, about another show about Louie, which reminds me of this show, Get Squiggling. So this is Get Squiggling I was talking about yesterday. Yep. Carrie and David. Yeah, I like that show, to be honest, because let's just say well, it's so great. Yeah. Okay. It's like pop music, jazz, all kinds. And there's Big Bomb Farm. Yep, some of you are already able to remember that I did mention about Big Bomb Farm yesterday. And this is the goat I was talking about, the one who keeps burping all the time. And I was like, disgusting. Okay, skip that. Okay, all right. There's Harry and Toto. I remember that very much. I always thought it's just from my head, but I finally know it's definitely real. Thank God for that. To be honest, don't get me wrong, there's loads of other shows that I do personally easy to remember, which I or anyone else in real life that I know sometimes say it's just from my head or something, but clearly it's not. It's actually real. So yeah. And it's Green Balloon Club. I remember that one. It's about a group of kids who teaches us about the nature and the weather and all kinds and the environment, all of that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I do personally remember Green Balloon Club made their very appearance in this spring watch thingy show, springtime, whatever it's called. I keep getting mixed up with the name, but that's all I personally remembered. Because I remember the song when all the main characters, of course, are including the background people and in the background singing together about saving the environment and all that, saving ourselves, protecting from, pollution and all kinds. If you get what I mean, like, if you think about Lilo and Stitch episode called Pollute. Yep. Okay. Yep, I remember this one. Fed and bird. Well, can I just say I always find the birds, well, some of them can be a bit weird, but some of them can be fine sometimes. But let's just say this, for example, I forgot her name now, but I don't know. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't really that matter anyway. All I'm saying now, I just find this character, ugh, give me a break. Okay, I remember this one, big and small. Um, every time you think about big and small, it's like imagine Big Bird or maybe Kermit the Frog, something like that. You get the joke. Okay, Nuzzle and Scratch. Yep. Nuzzle? What's a nuzzle? I think it's like when you nuzzle someone out the way, I think. I think so anyway. Or and scratch. Yep. Wow. Like itchy. Ugh. Oh, give me it. Ugh. Itchies. Itchy stuff. And there's Chuckington, or I'm a that from Super Bees. Yep, tell me about it. I know some of you probably remember it from the Disney Junior app, but I just remember it from Super Bees. Yeah. And I also remember this one, and it's called Quiz. And I think some of you probably able to remember this one. I highly doubt it though. But all I know is it's about there's three teams called Nicky and Pip, Twist and Snout, and Kit and Caboodle, and each of them has to answer the questions. Although the questions are quite easy for me to answer anyway, sometimes some of them can be a bit tricky. When I was a kid, I mean, but now all grown up, I've started to realize these games are so easy to to answer because my brain, bing, bing, bing. Okay, knock it off. Like really, like shake it off. Okay. Every time I think about it, I always like, mm, what that character's name again? The one who keeps giving like stinky smells. The skunk. I think it was King Pong. I think his name was. I think so anyway because he stinks. Ugh, gross. Okay, smell like my dad. Not really, just saying. Just a joke. Okay, I remember this one, Grandpa, in my pocket. Yep, tell me about it. Although, actually, hang on, wait. Okay, so about this show, can I just get to the point? There are some few moments that I don't really find it makes sense, but there are some good moments in it, and there are like funny moments as well. And I recognize one of the characters is the same actor from EastEnders, and he played Shaquille. Yeah, I recognize his face. The moment I recognized him in this show, Grandpa in my pocket, I was like, I thought I recognized that face somewhere before. And when I look at it on the Britain's Got Talent show, it's definitely him. Yep. So anyway, and there's Timmy time. You guys remember Shaun the Sheep, right? Well, can I just say this show here is about Timmy, Sean's baby cousin. Yep. When Timmy's like little, well, all growing up, but only like turning into a kid sort of thing, and he goes to this sort of nursery school along with different type of animals as students to go to the school thing. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but some of you probably might able to remember the show when you if you think about it, like there's children talking through it, but that's not how I remember it because what I remember is just normal regular episode without children speaking through it. That's not because that is how I remember it. Just the animals making like yip yip, woof woof, meow meow. Like like you know. Okay, I think I'm chicken out here. Okay, can I just shut up, please? Okay, and then Zigbee. Yep, I like Zigbee. It's really good. And there's way blue, like balloons, like floating in the air, teaching us how to be calm, and you. I think it's something to do with yoga, sort of thing. Well, it's a bit like that, but I don't know what's going on. But all I know, they just like teaching you different little steps to help you to follow along with them, and they have children in the show as well, of course. Yeah. And you want to know what's my favorite characters out of the main characters? Well, I would say this one. I do remember some of the names, but I'm barely able to remember now because it was a long time ago. Okay. But I also like this one. Yeah. Pink and purple. Although I do like him and the other one. I just say, okay. I also remember this one, Poetry Pie. Yeah, I doubt someone else from the UK able to remember this one, but I personally remember it because I keep getting this thing in my head like it's just from my head, but clearly it's real. Thank God for that one. Because I remember these worms, characters, and a cow, and some other different animals in it. And there's show me, show me. It's a bit like if you think about it, like show and tell, if you sort of think, if you get what I mean. Like if you think about talking about something or what you're showing. But it is a bit like that, but the show is actually about one of the presenters from Cyberbees, and they are Chris and Poi. Yep, believe me. Well, let's just say it's only because Chris and Poi sometime left the Cyberbees house sometimes in the middle of the 2000s sort of thing, and they later had their own TV show called Show Me, Show Me. So that's the reason why they had to leave, because they had to focus on their own personal show, if you know what I mean. Yep, tell me that. And there's Wibbly Pig. Yeah, every time if you if I think about it, or if you guys think about it as well, the animation nearly reminds me Kipper the dog. If you think about Wibbly Pig's face, maybe reminds me of the pig from Kipper the dog. Or or is that the same pig from Kipper the dog? Maybe, we don't know. And there's Giggle Biz, with Justin Fletcher playing different characters. I mean, seriously, how many characters does he really need to play? Like man characters and female characters. Oh my god. I think he's getting a bit too crazy, but in a good way. Don't get me wrong. But don't get me wrong. I do like Justin Fletcher as much as anyone else does around the country. Yeah, well, around the world, I mean. Let's just say Justin Fletcher always makes us laugh, and he is quite entertaining. But if I remember correctly, he used to be on the Super Beast house as well before he decided he wants to focus on his own personal show, like in something special, Giggle Biz, and other things like Tickabella, for example. He was in it. Yeah. Oh, and he was also in Higgley House along with Sarah Jane. Not the Sarah Jane from the, Sarah Jane Adventures, not that one, but the other Sarah Jane who used to be on the Super Beast house as well. Yep. Ay, ay, ay. I remember this one. I can cook. Yep. I remember this one because it's just so awesome. Yep, tell me about it. And this Dead Girl World. It's about a girl and a boy who works together who like digging or on digging, something like that, like whatever, something to do with plants, veg, flowers, all kinds, something like that, or and the nature. And there's Guest with Jess. You probably might recognize him somewhere before, everyone. And you want to know? It's Jess from Postman Pat. Yep, that's him, alright. I I always like really. Oh my god. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you have to admit, even myself had to admit that Jess is the cutest little, cuddly, cute little kitty. Oh, he's such a cute little kitty. Okay. So, oh, sorry. And I remember this one, Garth and Beth. Yep. And I also remember this one, Dip Dap. Like, what kind of name is that? Okay. And his story, sorry, Driver's Dance Story Train. I remember this one. It always comes on every night time in the UK on Super Bees, if I have to be honest with you. Yeah, I remember that one. Same thing for Story Makers, Charlie and Lola in the Night Garden, and that's it. I think that's how I remembered. And I think the Clangers was also comes on every night, if I'm not mistaken. And it's Little Charlie Bear. I don't know if anyone able to remember this one, but I remember. Well, let's just say Charlie is like a toy stuffed bear, and he doesn't talk or anything. He just like it's a bit like Boo, for example. Like from the Super Beast thingy, when he goes like, when the children said, "Hello, Boo, what are we doing today?" "Oh, hide and seek." And there's three characters like the duck, the tiger, and a bear, and we have to help them to find, or well, help the children as well from the background to find Boo. I mean, seriously. But I think although we don't really talk about here, but that's all I'm saying. It's a bit like Boo, but that's all I'm saying because that's what little Charlie Bear is a bit like. Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about Boo any minute now, I think. Okay. Alpha blocks. I remember this one because it helps you how to write things sometimes. And let's just say, something to do like each letter's characters just talk to one another, and they just some of them sometimes can be end up into an argument or something, or some of them like nice to each other or whatever, and they end up when they whatever that just magically appears like out of nowhere, they have to just spell it out by saying by using the sound of the letter like k, a, b, d, e, p. Okay, all right. That's all I'm saying, and I bet you guys think that I'm doing like some like robot sort of thing, but no. I just need to think for an example. And it's Tinga Tinga Tales. I remember this one personally. And there's Zingzillers. Yeah, some of you from who have watched my video yesterday when I was mentioning about Zingzillers, and it's about four members, and it's like other characters, of course, and they were birds. And there's one, I think was he a koala bear or something? I don't know, but I don't know. But all I know, and there's two talking statues. Well, not really statue, but like rock stone. If you get what I mean. Mm-hmm. and they just teach us music and all kinds. Oh, I also remember another character from the show, and I think he's a monkey. Yeah, I forgot his name now, but like I said, I keep sometimes forget some of the names from each different characters from these shows I'm talking about here because it was a long time ago. That's what happens once you're growing up, and you can't possibly blame me, and I can't possibly blame you either if you can't remember either. And is let's celebrate. Okay, so you okay. Those from the UK, I don't know if you're able to remember the show Razzle Dazzle. I think I mentioned that yesterday. And let's just say, the guy from Razzle Dazzle, he reads a story to us. Well, let's just say he's in it. That show that you can see right now, it's called Let's Celebrate. He's in it. Yeah. And I bet your mouths are dropped. Yeah. And is Everything's Rosy. Yep, I remember that one. I have to admit, I like that show. Yeah. And is Same Smile. Yeah, I remember that one. It's about a woman. I don't know what her name was again, but all I know that she has these three colored bears. I think one of them was red, green, and blue. Yeah, that's it. Good memory, Kane Sparkle. Okay, and she goes to any school, whatever which school she's going, and she teaches the kids about her color bears, and I'm not too sure. I think they have names actually. The color bears. Okay, so let's just say so this woman asks one of the kids from the school to take one of the bears home, and so they can teach one of those bears and us, the viewers who watches the TV show about what they do at home, and they just whatever, something like that, playing with their parents or siblings, cousins, or whatever, something like that. Yeah, that's how I remember it. Their little adventures at home. I also remember this one called Big City Park. I don't know if anyone able to remember this one, but all I know that if I have to be honest, I'm not really much a fan of it, but it is alright to be fair. It does teach us about something about awareness about the nature, the park, the animals, and all kinds, many things. Yeah, but yeah, don't get me wrong. And you'll remember this one, Buzz and Tell. I mean, what kind of name is that? I mean, seriously, look at these. Okay, that is too teeny weeny. Okay, really? And there's a bunny, a robot. Okay, is that a cat? Hang on a minute. Hang on a rolly mo. Is that Kim the frog? No, not really. It's just a frog. Okay, you get the joke. Well, I was just saying to make you guys laugh. Okay. I also remember Telly Tales. Yeah, I remember this one. It's a bit like this other show. It's a bit like that, but it's called Jackanori's. I think that's how you pronounce it, because I remember there were kids dressing up as some dressing up as characters for the story, so they can tell you what the story is about. So yeah, both Jackanori's and Telly Tales. I think it's the same show. I think I don't know. I don't know. It's quite confusing for me to follow. So yeah. Oh yeah, thank you, Tom. Jack Canori Jr. That's it. Thank you, Tom. Okay. And there's Octonauts. Yeah, I remember that one, to be honest. It's about um, nature, but under the sea nature, if you get what I mean. Like Finding Nemo sort of thing. Alright, we're not here to talk about Nemo, but what I'm saying, we are here to talk about the the sea animals, all different types really. I can always show you guys some other time when I get the chance or what they really look. Sorry, showing you guys what different type of sea animals that we never seen before. Well, some of us probably might seen some of these creatures sometimes before anyway, but it's okay if you're able to recognize them sometime before. But if you remember the names or if you don't, that's totally fine. Yeah, and there's like I said from last night. There's a spin-off show for Mr. Maker, and it's called Mr. Maker Comes to Town. I remember that one really. Yeah, I like how Mr. Maker, well, Adrian, his name is, he always comes to town in this sort of van sort of thing. It's not like an actual real van, but it's a bit like one, but it's like oh, I think it's like oh, I don't know, but I'm sure some of you able to know what it is anyway. But it's like all different art style on it, and Adrian, well, Mr. Maker, whatever you like to call him, he just like comes to town in his own car thingy van, and he just goes to different places in town, and he meets the kids, and the kids just helps Mr. Maker himself, and to do some messy art, like arty mess. Oh yeah, thank you, Tom, again. um, okay, so can I just say something to someone? I I think I read something about Mr. Maker died in real life, but when I read it properly, it didn't exactly said he died. I just think he's still alive because I just think they are fake rumors. I'm sorry to disappoint you, whoever believes that sort of thing. I don't think it's true. I I, I just think he's still alive. Okay, sorry, but I don't know what makes people just to think he's dead. I'll just check again in case. Oh, come on. Hang on a minute. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is confusing, this stupid internet. Okay. Uh-huh. Here we go. See? I knew it. He's still alive, guys. I think you're confusing him with someone else. So yeah. So anyway, I just hope anyone to please understand that I think you're making a mistake because I think you read something on somewhere on the internet. I don't know where exactly, but all I know, he's still alive. Yeah. So anyway, I just no offense, but I don't want to be rude or anything, but I just think sometimes you need to be careful of what you're reading on the internet because sometimes it might turn out to be fake rumor because I believe it same happened to Simon Cowell from Britain's Got Talent, I believe, but he's definitely alive, okay? Because I watched the actual video and it did say it was someone else with the same name, but it's definitely not the one from Britain's or America's Got Talent, okay? Thank you. Okay. I'm not having a go with anyone. I'm just being reasonable and, Okay. So where was I? Okay, there's Penelope. Yep. Penelope. I remember this one. Okay, and there's Rasta Mouse. Yep. I remember this one. I also remember Mr. Bloom Nursery. I think it's a different show based on the same show, but it's like a spin off for it. But if I'm not mistaken, he goes to town as well, meeting different children, and they just help him with the vaginal. And there's the nom toms. Yep, they nearly remind me of the Nomajacks, if I to be honest. Okay, and there's small potatoes. Yep, I remember these. And there's rah rah, like rah, the noisy lion. Stupid mouse. Okay, and there's Mighty Mites. You know, with Sarah Jane, the one I was talking about from Higgly House. Well, that's her. She was in it. She was playing this superhero character called Mighty Mites, and she has this Muppets character along with her, but I forgot the name of it. Yeah, that's all I know. And is Mike the Knight. Yep, I remember this one. And there's The Adventures of Abney and Teal. Okay. Okay, and it's Justin's house. I remember this one. And it's Abadaz. That's it. I got it right now. Yeah. I remember this one, Tree Food Tom. I remember this one actually. It's a mix of live action and CGI animation, if I have to be honest, because in the intro, the theme song for the show, where we see a real life boy playing as Tom, he just came out from his house into his garden, and then suddenly he transformed into sort of CGI animation character, and that's where we get to meet the CGI animation characters. But I forgot the names now, but I remember one of them were oh, Caterpillar. Oh, but okay, it's been a long time, so I can always look at them all again at some point. Yeah, and there's the Lingo Show. I remember this one. And there's Tilly and Friends. I think I do remember this one actually, only a little bit. I remember this one. Oh, okay. Okay, can I just be honest? I love that show from the first time it came out back in 2012 or 13, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I would say between either both. That's all I can say because I remember watching it the moment it first came on Super Bees. Yeah, and it's about a young girl called Tig, and she has this like a stuffed toy spider named Wooly. Don't worry, it's not real, just a toy. Every time at the end of the episode, Tig always had to say whoever got scared of Wooly, even though it's only a toy, she always go like this. It's only a toy spider, and everyone's just like smiling and laughing and all kinds. I can't believe it. Okay, good memories, I'm telling you. Okay, and there's another show I also remember, and it's called Let's Play. Okay, so Sid from the Super Beast house, he's in it, and there was this woman. What's her name again? I know her name sometimes. I keep forget, but I'm sorry. Okay, and each of them had their own turns on each different episodes to go on a story sort of adventure to play as some character. Okay, it's like that, like dressing up sort of thing. And there's Peter Rabbit. Okay, I like that one. Oh yeah, thank you, Tom. Rebecca. Okay, I remember now. So yeah, so there's Peter Rabbit. I like that one. Okay, and I think Mr. Bloom has three shows actually, but two spin-offs for some odd reason. But I don't know what's going on here. Okay, and it's Swashbuckle. Okay, alright. I have to admit here, Sophie, if you're watching, I kind of like it because cook and wine. Okay, I prefer these two than the new ones who we have now in nowadays in the show. Can't believe both Cook and Line left the show. I mean, come on, I want them back. I mean, everyone wants them back. No one can ever replace them. Seriously, no way. And speaking about Peter Rabbit, I have seen an actual movie of it and a second film to it. Yep, tell me about it. Okay, I love that one. Well, yeah. I really love the show. It's just so nostalgic vibe here because it's just so. Oh, I want to see these two again one day if they ever do have their own next show or anything. Where we could able to meet the new baby brother or something. All growing up. Yeah. And okay, what the hell? Mr. Bloom, go away. Okay, thank you. Okay, and it's Andy's pri- prehistoric conventions. It's something to do with dinosaurs. Yeah. Well, actually, speaking about Andy, he's also one of the presenters from the Super Beast House, and he has different shows, something to do with dinosaurs, the one you're seeing right now, and he also has here comes in a minute, Safari Adventures. Yeah, and I think that's it. I think so anyway. But I also remember the one where Andy also goes under the sea, where he sees these, you know, sea creatures sort of thing. Yeah, tell me about it. Ooh, but goodness. Oh, all right. Oh, just hang on. Oh, okay. So yeah, let's talk more. I mean, there's loads of shows that we also seem to be watching. Mm-hmm. Hang on a minute. Fun fact: the boy who played the live-action Tfue Tom is the son of Sophie Alfred, the actress who voiced the animated Tom. What? You guys be kidding me? Really? Oh, damn it. Okay, seriously. I have no idea the boy who plays the live action Tom is the son of the voice actress who did the voice of the Tom from the CGI animation. Okay, really now, Tom? Ugh. Too many facts. Ugh. Okay, I'm calm. I'm calm. Okay, I'm calm. And like I said, talk more. Let's talk about some other shows that we all able to remember. So let's say I rendered some shows from CBBC, and let's see what we have here. La, 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 la. Okay. Okay, here we go. Images. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Just do it from here. Okay. Come on, you lazy bottom. Okay, here we go. And is well, I don't know if some of you able to know this, but Danger Mouse is not originally from Super Beast, if I have to be honest. It's originally just from BBC One because my dad told me so. Because it's if I remember correctly, the guy who did Danger Mouse is the same guy who did the BFG back in the 80s, the cartoon film. Yep, that's him. The original Danger Mouse. Yep, that's him, alright. Yeah. And there's Tracy Beaker. Yep, I love Tracy Beaker. She's the best. And the actual shows, of course. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, and there's, well, Shaun the Sheep. I'm not really much a fan of it, but I don't mind some moments of it. Depends on whatever, but yeah, I just prefer Timmy Time, if I have to be honest with you. I understand if those who are fan of Shaun the Sheep, that's totally fine with you. Okay, and there's horrible histories. Ugh. Okay, make me feel sick. Okay, sorry if I offend some of you who are fan of it, but I just have to be honest. But horrible history, I just keep overthinking. It's like mocking the real life, from the old centuries at the time. You know, don't get me wrong. I do have sense of humor sometimes. Depends on what the joke is, but I don't usually take jokes if I have to be honest because I'm quite sensitive about it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So and there's Dennis and Nasha. Well, can I just be honest with you? I only remember the 2D animation of Dennis and Nasha, not this one. If I have to be honest, the cartoon one actually. Okay, and I think I also remember watching this sometimes before on Super Bees, although I don't really, not really into it or anything. Only see it like briefly, sort of thing. But don't get me wrong, I'm far too old for that one now. Give me a break. Okay, alright. And I also remember Arthur. Yep, Arthur. I like that show. If I have to be honest with you, yes. There's so many. If I have to be honest. Let's see. Okay. Okay. And this, I think I remember this one. I forgot what it's called now, but I remember this guy anyway. Oh, here we go. I think it says Raven. That's it. I remember this one. And I also remember this one, but not really much a fan of it because it's just weird. Okay. And I also remember Mona the Vampire. I loved that one actually when I was a kid. Haven't been watching that for a long time. I had to watch it again at some point, maybe for Halloween sort of thing. But it has to be for next year. I bet. I have to be honest. And there's I remember another show and it's called Trap. Yeah. Okay. And there's also Basil Brush. I remember that one. I'm not really much a fan of it, but I do have some few sense of humor in some moments on different episodes. If I have to be honest, like I remember this peculiar episode when Basil Brush and this guy, whatever his name is, and they keep changing the baby's nappy, and they keep like throwing into the air, like repeatedly, like, "Would you two boys knock it off?" Like really, honestly, God, it's disgusting. Okay, tell me about it. And every time it's only because when the baby keeps pooping, and that's what makes those two guys have to flip it to the air into the bin. Really gross. Sorry if I got you guys sick here. Sorry. I'm just saying. Whew. And I also remember Chuckle Vision. Yep. Sorry, I'm try not to laugh. Okay. Oh my drama sake. Okay, I think I got Sophie laughing, aren't I? Sorry, Sophie. Okay, alright. But I also remember this one, and it's called News Round. Yeah, that's it. And I also remember Smart Art. Yep. It's a bit like Mr. Maker, but it's more like for older viewers, teenagers sort of thing. While Mr. Maker is just for for the young kids. You get what I mean. So, like I said, Chuckle Vision. I remembered this one actually from the Super Beast channel. Can I just be honest? I feel sorry for him because we lost Barry. He passed away, didn't he? Not too long ago. Yeah, tell me about it. It is sad to tell the truth. And there's I forgot his name, but I remember seeing the show sometimes before, but only like briefly, sort of thing. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, tell me about it. Alright. Um, there's so many. Um, oh come on, this is so many. Oh, I remember this one. Okay, can I just be honest? I kind of find the show weird, to be honest. And, and it's okay if some of you are a fan of it or whatever, but for me, I just find it, ugh, like giving me a headache. Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, yes, I remember this one. Boy. Yep. I remember the dumping ground was also on it. Super Bees, I mean. I think I remember this one. Oh, what's that saying? Um, let's see if I can do this. Oh, damn it, I can't even see it now. Stupid computer. Okay. It says A R A whatever. I can't even see it. Okay. But never mind. And there's Sarah Jane Adventures. I love that show. And Natural Vibe. Okay, so let's think about CITV. Okay, well, can I just be honest? I remember this one only briefly though, but I forgot the name of it, of that show. But I find that little scary, if I have to be honest, when I was a kid. It doesn't bother me no more, but I used to find some of these creatures scary when I was a kid. Don't get me wrong. Okay, especially the theme tune for the show. Tell me about it. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, now let's see. CITV. Here we go. I think I remember this one. I think I don't know, or I'm just confusing it with something else. I don't know. Okay. I also remember this one. I don't remember watching on CITV, if I have to be honest, but I remember watching the actual one of the episodes of this thingy from the DVD called Making Children Smile. That's how I remember it. Yep. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think Art Attack is it's. I think I remember watching it on CITV as well. I think sometimes it can confuse me with Art Small, whatever it is called again. Okay. Okay. I remember this one. My parents are aliens. That's it. Okay. Believe me, I always find that show funny when I was a kid. I still do nowadays, but I haven't been watching it a long time. I have to watch it again. Believe me, I have to because it's just so funny. Yeah. Tell me about it. Okay. Um. Oh, I remember this one, Rainbow. Although that's not on CITV, if I'm not mistaken. I think it used to come on BBC One. in since the 70s until it's stopped until sometimes in the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I went past something. I remember this one. Yeah, Mop Top Shop. I remember this one actually because, well, it nearly reminds me of Bear in a Big Blue House, if I have to be honest with you guys. Yeah. Or it easily reminds me from Sesame Street as well. But believe me, you're never going to believe me if I tell you this, but it's the same company of, Bear in a Big Blue House. Um, that shows something to do with Cat in the Hat and Winnie the Pooh Adventures, whatever it's called again. But all I know it's the same company. I was like, what? Okay. There's so many things to see here. Hmm. I think I recognize him from Britain's Got Talent. Okay. I remember Bonnie and Friends from our imaginations. Yep. Oh, Miffy. I remember this one. Oh, I used to love that show. Okay. Alright. You can't possibly blame me, but I really used to love that show when I was a kid. Yep. Yeah. Tell me about it, guys. Okay. I don't know if anyone else can ever. Well, only from the UK, I bet. I doubt, but I think I also remember watching this. I never watched it as a kid or anything, no, but I remember I'd seen it sometime when I was like a teenager at the time, back in 2016, and I remember watching some of the very first episodes on Daily Motion, and this guy, he's like, well, it's from a 90s show, and it's called The Demon Head Teacher. Let's just say he sort of like one of these things to hypnotize children to be as his minions or something, to destroy the whole country or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's so creepy. Hypnotizing the poor, innocent young kids. Honestly, God. Okay. And there's. Wow. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, so these are the shows from the UK and the US and other countries. Okay, so I remember this one only a little bit actually. I don't really watch the whole thing, if I have to be honest with you guys. So yeah, it maybe reminds me of Make Way for Naughty show from Milkshake. And speaking about Milkshake, I might talk about in a minute. Okay, I also remember this from Milkshake as well. Yep. Hmm. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah, Rugrats. I remember the Rugrats, the original cartoon. I mean, yeah. Hmm. So many more. Loads of things. Oh, Humph. I remember this one. If I had to be honest, I remember watching Peculiar episode a long time ago when I was a kid, and I remember this one Peculiar episode when Hump was watching this thingy on his own television with this crocodile sort of thing, which scares Hump. But to be honest, it also scared me when I was a kid. Believe me, I always used to find it scary as much as anyone else can. Whoever's, you know. But I also remember Oswald. Yeah, I remember that one. I only remember one episode, if I have to be honest. The only one episode I watched from this peculiar show was when Oswald and his his two friends went to the beach, something like that. I remember this episode actually. Yep. Mm-hmm. So many. Oh yeah, in Bananas in Pajamas. Well, can I just be honest? I don't really watch this sort of type of bananas. Sorry, bananas in the pajamas. I remember the CGI animation of it on the Milkshake channel. That's the ones I watched, but not the ones that you just saw just then. Because yeah, because I think that's the original of the show. Okay. Yep. I remember this one, and her name is Olivia, and it's just called Olivia. The actual show, it's just called Olivia for some reason because it's just about a young pig named Olivia and her family. Nearly reminds me of Peppa Pig. I don't know, but I keep getting this feeling that I think Olivia is just sort of like a rip off to Peppa Pig. If I have to be honest with you guys, yeah. Mhm. Mm. Yeah. Okay, I remember Dora the Explorer because I remember watching it as a kid on Nick Jr. And same thing for you know, Dora's cousin called Daigo sort of show. Yeah, something like that. That's how I remembered on Nick Jr. And and I also remember I'm not too sure if I'm right, but I just hope I don't get mixed up with or anything. But I think I also remember in Playhouse Disney only a little bit, but with this show called Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Yeah. Although I never watched Playhouse Disney as a kid or anything like growing up, but I do remember some shows on the actual Playhouse Disney or Nick Jr. or whatever on where I used to go to Christine's house, the caretaker I told you guys about. Yeah. Okay. hmm Okay. So there's one question by someone asking me, do I like Tron and Tron on Rising? Can I just be honest? I don't really watch something like that. Sorry. So I don't really have an opinion or anything. So yeah. Sorry. Okay. And I also remember watching a bit of Hannah Montana as a kid. Although if I have to be honest, I used to have Hannah Montana guitar when I was a kid. I always used to play it all the time when I was a kid, but I haven't been playing it for a long time. But sadly, I don't have it anymore because you know, don't play it much. But actually, I still got Hannah Montana microphone under my bed. Actually, in my bedroom. I can always show you guys sometimes in the future if you like me to. Yeah, but it is clear up to me though. Mhm. Okay. So like I said, let's talk about milkshake. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know whether if the Hoops was a milkshake or ITV. Sometimes can be in the middle sometimes. Okay. So yeah, and I also had the same thing for the show called Benji. I think that's his name. I keep getting mixed whether if I watched it on either Sibberbees or Milkshake or something. I don't know now. All I know, I just remember watching it. But I also seem to remember watching Meow Mao. It's basically came out sometimes in the 70s, but it's being like re-aired sometimes in the 2000s on Milkshake when I was a kid. I still remember actually because that theme tune always stick in my head. Yeesh. Okay. Okay. Um, I remember this one. I think it's called Franny's something. I think all I know her name is Franny, but I just remember watching it, and I think I watched it on both Milkshake and Silver Bees. That's how I remembered. And I also remember Fifi and the Flower Tarts. Yeah, reminds me of my mom's old car, which I used to call it Fifi the car. Okay, you might find it cute as I do, but yeah, I really miss my mom's old car, to be honest. Well, Fifi, whatever you want to prefer. But all I'm saying, yeah, mhm, yeah, okay. So yeah, let's see. Aha, I remember this one. I think it's called Hannah's Helpline. That's it. I remember watching it, especially the theme song is so catchy, like it never comes out of my head, like non-stop, always comes into my head. But I also remember watching Mr. Men's show on Milkshake. Although that's not the only men's show I watched actually as a kid, I also remember the actual original show of Mr. Men's show. You probably have seen a playlist of it sometimes before on my YouTube channel. It's okay if you haven't. You're totally free to look it up whatever you need to. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. I I don't really remember this monkey guy from Milkshake, if I have to be honest, because the last I remember, I kind of stopped watching Milkshake sometimes in the middle of 2010s. Well, near from early 2010s, but somewhere in the middle, if you get what I mean, because until the late 2010s, just making new shows, which is not, you know, not really, good as the old shows that we used to watch. Don't get me wrong, I do like some new shows that we have in nowadays, but let's just say nothing can beat or be better than the old ones because the old ones will always be the best. But don't get me wrong, we all have different opinions. Yeah. And there's Harry and his book full of dinosaurs. I remember that one actually. And I also remember Rupert's birth. Oh, that theme tune. Okay. And I also remember Holly and Ben. That's it. It's a bit like Peppa Pig, but it's different though. It's about elves and fairies sort of thing. Yeah. I also remember the Little Princess. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah. And I also remember Elmo's World on Milkshake. Yeah. And I also seem to remember watching Thomas and Friends, although I don't really watch Thomas and Friends, if I have to be honest, or neither I'm a fan of it. No, sorry. But let's just say I don't really have opinion on Thomas and Friends, to be honest, if I have to be honest. So yeah. And there's Make Way for Nutty. I love Make Way for Nutty. And I think I remember watching Fireman Sam on Milkshake as well. Not the one from the Super no. It's a different animation, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember the animation of the characters so different compared to the one that I remembered. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh my goodness. So many shows to talk about. I just like keep talking about it, because it's just one of my favorite topics, to talk about. Depends on, you know, the feeling of the mood you're in. But I also remember watching Rhubarb and Custard on Milkshake. Although I also remember the original show and it's just called Rhubarb. But I only remember Rhubarb from the DVDs. But let's just say I also remember watching the actual Rhubarb and Custard on Milkshake. Yeah. Okay, and I also remember okay, so so yeah, so the I remember watching these DVDs. I still have it actually at home. And this one called Kids DVD, and the other one, I think I'm able to just hang on. Is there only the other read? Ah, here we go. Sorry, this one. So can I just get to the point? Just I had two DVDs with Cold Kids, but one of them spells with a C and one of them spells with a K for some strange reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but I am confused as you guys are. So yeah, all I'm saying is that I remember this, but the VHS of this being a big house. Okay, so anyway, I just remember watching these cartoons. So like I said, Rhubarb the dog and his bod, Hector's house. I remember this one, Mary, Mudge, and Midge. My dad used to watch it when he was a kid. Yeah, growing up, I mean. I remember watching this one, only a little bit though, called Finger Bobs. And there's the Flumps, and there's Crystal Tips, and well, I can't really see it, but all I know is just called Crystal. Okay. Hang on. So these are the cartoons I've watched on the other Cool Kids DVD with Ginger Mouse I told you guys about, and there's Jamie and the Magic Torch, Rainbow, and there's Chilton and the Willies, and there's Docula and Buttermoon. Well, can I just be honest? The actual theme tune of Buttermoon that scares me all the time growing up. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I don't think I ever going to get grow out of it because it still give me the spooks in these days. So yeah, sorry. So yeah, okay. So I just remember watching these DVDs actually, and there's other DVDs I seem to be remember watching, not just Cold Kids though, but I also seem to remember this one. Magical children's favorites, but I also remember the one of them was also something to do with summer. Yeah, that's it. There it is, and it's called Funshine. I remember this one and this one. Yep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is how I got myself introduced the Wiggles actually, because I remember this one peculiar episode and it's called Imaginary. I think it's about when the Wiggles were told about ducks. Okay, really? Like quack 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 quack. Okay, okay. Thank you, but I think I have enough with all this ducks business. Thank you very much, Greg, and the other main characters. Yep. Okay. And there's Pingu, Rubber Dubbers, and there's Bob the Builder, and there's Bunny and Friends, Cable the Dog, Fireman Sam, and Angelina Ballerina. Actually, that's the very first DVD that got me introduced to Angela Ballerina, to be honest. Because I remember watching this peculiar episode from this DVD was William the Conjurer, whatever how you pronounce that word. Like the magicians who like doing magic spells, something like that. But I also remember this peculiar in someone in the middle, and it's City or City, or how you pronounce his name. Because I keep getting people keep saying, "Why do you keep calling him Sooty or Sooty?" Okay. Oh my god. Okay. just sometimes I just ignore them, you know. But I remember watching this peculiar episode from City, and it's about like Magic Garden. I remember that episode all the time, like non-stop. Really, tell me about it. Okay. Oh, believe me, I just so loving it. Actually, I think I also remember these DVDs. Just hang on a minute. Oh, come on. How long does it take? I remember this DVD, and but I also remember the DVDs, with the, what, this one. I always used to tell my dad to get rid of this Bluebeard DVD because that always scares me to hell as a kid. Ugh. Okay, don't get me wrong. I still like some of the episodes from Grand Fairy Tale Classics, but sometimes I have mixed feelings for Bluebeard. Sometimes I do like it, and sometimes I don't. For obvious reason. Yeah. But I also remember some of the DVDs like Little Red Riding Hood, and but I also remember another DVD was Snow White and Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast, Rapunzel, and Puss in Boots, and Hansel and Gretel. But I also seem to remember hang on a minute. Hang on. Remember this one from the actual one single DVD I used to have. Well, I think I still have it, but I don't know where it is though. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. But I remember some of the peculiar episodes that I watched growing up. But the very first episode I watched was the very first episode and the second episode of this show, to be honest. But I also remember watching the other episodes on YouTube growing up, though. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Let's just say I like this Peculiar Little Mermaid as I like the Disney one, if I have to be honest. And I also like Southman's Pinocchio. Yep, Pinocchio. I remember this one actually. It's quite good actually. I haven't really watched all the episodes, but I do remember one and two episodes actually. The very first episode and the second one. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And I think I also remember watching the other one, and it's called Graffula's. Sorry, Gavra Travels. It's about I forgot this character's name, but he got captured by these creatures, like teeny weeny people, and and he was on this sort of beach, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, it's a sound band version, of course. And I also remember hang on. I remember this one, Peter Pan and the Pirates. I remember watching this show actually. That's the DVD I used to have. I think I still actually I think I remember correctly. I think I did find that DVD again not too long ago. Um, I mean like a couple of years ago. That's what I mean. And I can't believe I just found it again. Bring back old memories. But I only remember first episode and the second episode of it because that's how I remember it. Because, like I said, because sometimes one single DVD can sometimes just give you two episodes to watch. Yeah. So anyway, I bet you guys enjoyed it. So anyway, I just hope you guys really enjoyed this peculiar live video that I haven't done before. because it's a really fun day, because I'm glad that I showed all of you guys all the things that I watched, and some of that you all boys and girls out there also watched as a kid or growing up or whatever, So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys really enjoyed my video. So yeah, I leave you guys to it, and I hope you guys have a nice, lovely day and a lovely month of the year. And I'll see you guys another time. So if you're new to my channel, be free to subscribe and press the notification bell to receive my videos every day. I'll see you guys next time.